So what if everything that's happening in your life right now is part of your healing process? But if you're in your healing process and you're finding yourself feeling confused while you're purging or healing or even dematerializing, well, this video is going to be the video that's going to be your guide way in order for you to know these 3 main tips for your healing for the rest of 2020. And stay tuned to the very end, because this guideline is going to be your ticket in order for your life to transform in the manner that you feel is beneficial for your ascension. What's up, Awakenones? My energy right now is so completely different. And as I'm chilling here with my Labradorite, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, I'm just sitting here just being grateful about how mindful I am of the intentions I'm setting as I give you guys this service and this wisdom. So I'm sending you guys mad love, mad light, and such utter peace for your spiritual journey and for everything that's happening and taking place in 2020. But if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Brittny Fontanez, and what I do on this channel, I speak about spirituality, metaphysics, self-development, and esoteric content to simplify your spiritual journey and to assist you in finding your power within to be your own infinite love in your life. But if you're already watching this video, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification button so you'll be notified when I post videos, which is usually 3 times out the week. And if you're gonna do all that good stuff because you enjoy content like this, I mean, you might as well follow me on Instagram, as I post daily for your betterment and upliftment, so you can walk on your spiritual journey with more enlightenment and unconditional love for who you are, for who you are becoming. And if you like deep shit, real shit, true shit, then I guarantee you, follow me on Instagram, and I post every single day just to uplift you and to make you dive deep into your soul to see your worth and your light. But Awaken Ones, 2020, damn, this is a huge ass freaking year, because you had the coronavirus, you had Black Lives Matter, you had so many riots, so many protests, so many things taking place in 2020. And the one thing I'm starting to realize is that 2020 is the year of awakening. Now, if you're already watching this video, you already know you're on the path of spiritual awakening, because you're starting to realize the lies of society. You're starting to realize the patterns and beliefs that your family generation holds. You're starting to be aware of what you once believed in and how it doesn't fit congruently in your life right now. And since all this is taking place, now it's really purging season, meaning that we're all healing. This is the year where God literally had to stop society in order for us to dive deep in our souls and awaken us so we can heal from what has suppressed us for so long. And this is what I want to get into, is that, with all of this taking place right now, the only signs that my guides are telling me, now is the time to really purge, really cleanse, really let go, really heal. Now, what is healing? Most of you are thinking it's a wound that, you leave it alone and it heals itself, it seals itself up. Yes, but healing on the spiritual journey is all about you detaching from the story that you told yourself that you thought you once were, and dematerializing it and detaching from it to the point that you create a new foundation that makes up new core beliefs for the rest of your life. And that's what healing is. Healing is just forgiving, compassion, letting go. And this is what I want to get into with you guys today, is that when you're on your spiritual journey, you might be feeling confused, especially when you're purging or you're healing and you're learning so much about beliefs. When you're in your process of healing, you maybe feel so confused. You may feel like there's so many dark things popping up in your thoughts and in your emotions, and you're probably questioning, what is my next step? Well, the only reason why those feelings come about is because we have to go through it. We have to realize that the path that we were on was not in alignment, and it was very chaotic. And as we're healing, all of those things are gonna have to rise up in order to let themselves go from you. And you will only feel confused is because those very things that made up your being before, those things were so chaotic and out of alignment. They make you feel confused. They make you feel like, oh, that like, is there something wrong with me? Is there something not going right? Just take it easy. Just take it easy. And I'm going to start with these 3 healing tips that you need to know while you are in the process of healing on your spiritual journey. And the first one is, you got to have patience, my friend. Now, I don't mean patience as in waiting. I mean patience as in keeping a positive attitude while you wait. Patience for yourself while you're healing is so vital in your process, because in order to implement patience with yourself, say you made a commitment that you are committing to making your happiness a priority. And you're not going to let any outside condition deteriorate that commitment. But yet, when you go throughout your day, after you do your meditation and everything, you get yourself into alignment, something conditional might distort that momentum you're trying to build energetically. And then it'll come to a point where you get so triggered that you go back down that rabbit hole of that pattern of having those negative thoughts, of having that negative story, of having that negative perspective. And then all of a sudden you lose that commitment. You don't stick to that commitment of making your happiness a priority. And then you get disappointed on yourself, and then you get down on yourself, then you doubt yourself, then you make yourself feel like you're not good enough or not worthy enough. And this is what I want to tell you. Before you go down that rabbit hole, have patience for yourself. If you make a mistake, if you mess up, if you don't show up, it's okay. Have patience with yourself. And patience is about taking a step back, analyzing, rather than jumping in and assuming, analyzing and saying, you know what? I made a mistake. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I can do better next time. Have patience. Take a step back and really look and feel and be mindful before you make assumptions or react. Patience, a part of your healing journey, will open up a circuit in your mind to be more aware of yourself and more deliberate in your creating your reality. So that's one very vital tip, healing tip for your healing journey, and that is have patience for yourself. Anytime a negative thought pops up, a negative emotion, or if you don't show up, or if you don't commit to your word or be faithful to yourself, it's okay. Having patience, like I said, is about keeping a positive attitude while you wait. So find a way to make yourself comfortable and at ease again for you to believe in yourself. That's what patience is. So that's one. Now the second one, a healing tip for your healing process for 2020. And this one's very important, you guys. I really want you to take this to heart. And I had to learn this myself and still am. And that is, have compassion for yourself. Like, have compassion for yourself. A lot of us really get down on ourselves and make ourselves feel worthless to the point we say, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm stupid, oh, I'm an idiot, or I look like a hooker. All these crazy things we say about ourselves. But when you're on your spiritual journey and you know that you need to heal, you know that you need to let go of traumas of the past, of things that happened in your childhood, when you know this, you have to have compassion for yourself, because yourself is the person that's doing the work. It's pretty much like when a friend is going through a very bad injury and they have to go through that healing process. Say they got into a car accident and one of their legs broke, and they have to go through the process of letting it heal, changing cast after cast, going to physical therapy, letting it take its time, having compassion for it. And while that friend is going through that process, do we push them? Do we beat them up? Do we tell them they're not good enough, they need to hurry up and heal? No, you don't, right? So why do we do that to ourselves? It's because we become so hard on ourselves because we believe that we have to be perfect. And that is the reason why most people live in a fear-based mindset, is because they believe they have to be in control of every single thing in their life and of this world, to the point they make themselves the center of responsibility for everything. And that is not your job. It's God's job to do majority of everything outside of you. But when you think you have to control everything, you're not stepping back and having compassion for yourself. You're not stepping back and seeing that you are still a spirit, but you are still a human. You're not giving yourself the ability to have space to see that you only do have a certain amount of control. But when you don't allow yourself to see all of this, you're going to get so disappointed in yourself to the point that nothing is ever going to get done. And you're never going to do anything in your life. And that's going to make you feel worthless. And there's no point of going down that rabbit hole when the only thing you need to do during your healing process is have compassion. Compassion is all about taking it easy with yourself. It's all about saying, I know I need to get this done, but I know I don't need to do it all at once. I know that this is right for me, and I know that riches is on the way. I know the abundance is on the way. I know the love is on the way. I know the relationship, the new job, the opportunities are on the way, but I'm not going to rush it. I have compassion for myself and my growth. I will take my time to do what is best for me. That is just compassion. Compassion is just moving yourself in a state of ease while you grow. That's all it's about. And it's so important to have this during your healing process, because you will learn, your inner child will learn to front you, come up to you and feel comfortable and feel safe and feel like, okay, like I don't need to be something that I'm not in order to get what I want. Just have compassion for yourself, my friends. That's the only way you can actually allow yourself to heal 100%. But that's the second one. Now the last and final one. This one is so important for the healing process, you guys. I am very guilty of this, because when you are on your healing process, you know, all of those old structures of thinking and being and feeling are going to uprise and show themselves 10 times stronger. And they only do because those patterns want to be known by you in order to let themselves go from you, so you can create a new structure and foundation. And this one, a lot of people struggle with this in the healing process, and that is detachment. Detachment is so important. And why I say detachment is because when you're in your healing process, you need to learn. We all need to learn. We're all spiritual beings in a human body. We all need to learn that we need to detach from thoughts. We need to detach from emotions, and we need to detach from reactions. And the reason why I say this is because when you're healing, like I said, everything has to uprise to make itself known, to make itself let go from you. And when we keep attaching ourselves to that, we keep attaching ourselves to that wound that we're trying to heal. And it's pretty much us just keep picking at it, and not allowing it to heal. We have to learn to detach during our healing process. Because when we do, we can be such conscious, mindful individuals to the point we can be aware of how we used to be, and be so mindful of how we want to be instead. And that is the whole goal. The whole goal is of healing is to detach from the old story in order to let go of it, to say, okay, I understand why that happened. I accept it, I love it, I think it, and it doesn't serve me anymore. I let it go. And when you can do that, now you can say, you know what, I'm in a new open space, an open heart, an open mind, and now I can create a new way of how I want to think, a new way of how I want to feel, and a new way of how I want to show up for the world. And that's the last one. Most important tip for your healing process, that detach from thoughts, emotions, feelings, and certain characteristics, because that is the only way you will learn to be mindful of your patterns in order to create a new foundation to follow that is congruent with your core beliefs for your future self. So those were my 3 healing tips you needed to know for 2020. I know, very simplistic, but that is the whole deal. The universe is so simplistic The spiritual journey is so simplistic. We are simplistic individuals. All we gotta do is really believe that life is very simple. And we just gotta start seeing it that way. And when we do, everything will have to work in our favor. It's just plain and simple. But if you enjoyed this video, if it did assist you, if it did bring you an aha moment, then like this video, even comment. And if you feel that this video will benefit other people, then please share it, and also subscribe to this channel. And after you subscribe, hit that notification button so you'll be notified when I post videos if you enjoy content just like this. And I will enjoy and love having you a part of the Awakenones community. And lastly, follow me on Instagram as I post real shit, deep shit, good shit for your well-being and for your enlightenment, so you can walk in your spiritual journey with more unconditional love for who you are. But until then, Awakenones, I will see you on the next one with bliss and love. I adore all of you. Namaste.